Okay, if you've ever wanted to meal prep but never known how, we have an idea for dinner for you. Today we're transforming simple chicken, rice, and fresh veggies into an incredible Mediterranean feast that is perfect to make once, and then you can feed the family all week long. How to eat better and save time in the kitchen without skimping on flavor? Oh, that's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Hi everybody, welcome to Dinner DeeAs. I'm Anji Corley, and today's recipe is the perfect for multiple meals, and it comes from my guest, Chef Cody Tiner. It's a Mediterranean meal. It's also ideal for anyone who'd like to meal prep, who wants to, because so many people need to do that. It makes life easier, it's faster, it's simple. You don't have to overthink what's for dinner tonight, except with our help. Is this something that you do often in your home?
Every week.
See, you're good. I'm glad you're here. It's gonna be good. So listen, whether you're making this for one dinner or maybe multiples, here's what's on the menu. Chicken shawarma, which is Mediterranean rice, a little tzatziki, and a shepherd's salad? Oh, that's gonna be exciting. Don't know anything about it. So it's time to get started. You're getting the chopping, getting everything ready, and you have a full array of wonderful flavors. So what are we gonna do first?
Yeah, so we're gonna make some shawarma spice, which I have all of those spices separate here, but you can buy a shawarma spice already blended if you'd like.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and start these guys. So we have some cumin.
I have to say, this is a beautiful rainbow. I can only imagine how it's gonna be delicious.
So cumin, coriander, some smoked paprika.
Oh, is that going to give it the color along with
that and some turmeric, and then just a little touch of cayenne because I like a little spice.
Okay.
Good bit of garlic.
Oh yeah.
Tiny bit of clove or baking spices, whichever you'd like, but I like a little baby bit of clove in there.
Okay.
And some turmeric for color.
Wow, love that. All right.
So you have all those guys. I love this blend a lot. It's got a little bit of heat, a little bit of cinnamon or baking spices, smokiness from the paprika.
And you know what I noticed? You didn't use any salt and pepper, or is that yet?
So I'm gonna go ahead and add that now, but I like to keep this separate just because I don't know how much, maybe I'm only making 4 portions, maybe I'm making 8. So that way I can just add my salt as needed.
Gotcha.
And a little black pepper.
A little pepper. I love that. I noticed you left a little bit of the fat on. Is that going to give us some more of that moisture that we need? And
yeah, and instead of like adding a ton of oil, which I'm going to add now, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of oil just to kind of help coat it.
And
I'll
what
let
kind of
the
oil
chicken fat render, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And I'll just let that chicken fat render as I cook it so that I don't have to add added oils. It's already kind of added there. And now you're rendering in its own fat.
Oh, I could just imagine. Look at this. We could kind of prep this and let this sit in the fridge for how long?
24 to 48 hours.
Oh, so we could do this the day before,
easily.
Come home, get it together.
And they sell chicken shawarmas already
marinated,
done, so you could just buy it if you wanted. If you didn't want to do this, make it even easier.
And is this going to be for the onions, I assume, that are over here?
Yeah, so we're going to make some Mediterranean rice for our chicken shawarma.
Okay. Do you want me to put that in the fridge?
Carb. I would love that.
Oh, I'm your sous chef, so I got you covered. Look at him, he even put his hands behind his back. You're so official.
Get out of the way.
All right, I'll put this in the fridge for you. Okay.
So I'm going to just a touch of oil here for my onions.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more.
I love how you chefs eyeball it, right? Are you a chef that does that? You just kind of eyeball, you're like, I know. So basically, we're just coating the bottom of the pan.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I think, you do it long enough, you measure enough, you kind of know what a tablespoon looks like.
Yes.
So that's helpful. And we're going to do half a yellow onion.
Okay.
And then we'll add
some of that's,
just a touch of salt to our onions there. And we'll let these guys sweat down until they're translucent, probably 2 to 3 minutes. depending on how fast this stove cooks.
Oh, well, let's see what we can do. Maybe it's a good time to take a break. We do that. Quick little break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to do our own tzatziki. That's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. back, everyone. So if you are a meal prep master, or if you're somewhere that you've been maybe meaning to do, but never got around to it, today's show truly is for you. My guest is Chef Cody Tiner. He's sharing a recipe for chicken shawarma, Mediterranean rice, a little tzatziki, a whole lot of yum, some shepherd salad. And you say that this is perfect prep for like maybe over the weekend.
Oh yeah, easily. This is like 3 or 4 meals, and it holds really well. It's super clean.
Yes.
High protein.
Can't
good
beat
calorie
it.
count. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're just joining us, here's what happened before the break. We made a shawarma spice. Yes, please. We're going to marinate. We did our chicken up, combining ground cumin, turmeric, ground coriander, garlic powder, smoked paprika, ground clove, cayenne pepper. He's doing a dance to it. We had
You
a little
did all
olive
those.
oil.
That's good.
Thanks. little salt, pepper covering it. Let it sit for 24 hours. Then we started the base for the rice right here. Kind of sweating up some onions, getting cute with it. Add a little salt, and you're putting a little turmeric. Oh, yeah. It's good for your joints, too.
It's good for inflammation.
Yes.
It's
Love
good
that.
for color. It's good
Good
whatever
for
you
my
want.
stomach, right? The meal prep, we're doing it all. Now you added the rice, and I see it's dry rice.
Yep.
What kind of rice are you using?
So I'm using basmati.
Okay.
I like basmati or jasmine for this, just like something like medium to long grain. And I'm just mixing that together with the turmeric and that little bit of oil that was left in those onions.
Now, are you toasting it?
I'm just essentially toasting the rice. So it's kind of
Wow.
like making a rice pilaf is kind of the start of this. And we're just kind of letting all those aromatics out until you start to get a little bit of nuttiness from the
yeah. Oh, that
turmeric.
smells. I just had to do a little waft. That's wonderful. And I'm sure you're going to add some liquid at some point after it's toasted up.
So we're going to let that toast for a second, and we'll start working on our tzatziki.
Okay. Oh, I'm
So-
excited about. Explain tzatziki, because sometimes when you get a Mediterranean dish and it's there, and you see some other sauces on the side, it's like, wait, which one is which?
Yeah,
How
so
did-
tzatziki is usually easiest to tell just because it's got like some chunkiness to it. It's got a little bit of dill and cucumber in there, some garlic, some lemon zest. Yeah, and then yogurt. So it'll almost always be a white-ish color.
Right.
And I really like the cucumber to be super small in this.
Look at your. Oh,
So
wow.
we're just gonna go like crazy tight.
Excuse me, Chef
on
Cody.
these
Look at
guys.
that. There's not a whole lot of chunks that are going to be in your tzatziki. That's great skills. By the way,
so-
speaking of skills in the kitchen, is there like a number one ingredient or number one device, whether it's a knife, a spoon, a pot, that you recommend?
Oof, tough question. I honestly think that, get a knife that you're comfortable with using. Don't worry about if it's super expensive. Like, find something that you are happy with, that feels good to you, and take care of it. Don't put it in your
Yes.
dishwasher.
Good point.
You
I've
know?
learned the hard way.
And then I think a lot of people don't have these, and these are really helpful. So
Yeah, microplane it. Yeah.
These are
It's kind of
great.
like a grater on a stick,
Yeah.
and it just love this.
And
So I
you-
see that you're going to
Yeah, so I'm gonna zest some lemon into this, and I think that you should have lemon zest in a lot of stuff.
It's like a bright sunny day on the plate.
Just
in a
makes everything
bowl.
pop.
Yes. Yeah, really good. So we have the yogurt, cucumber, a little zest, and a little lemon juice.
Yep, little lemon juice.
Okay.
And then, you know what? I'll just go.
Want another spoon?
This one. You have one down there?
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Got you covered.
Thank you. A little bit of chopped garlic. Not pre-bought chopped garlic.
Say it again.
Not pre-bought chopped garlic.
Okay.
It's so bad.
the one in the jar that's in my
It
fridge
makes
right now.
everything taste like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Bad, Angie.
Fresh garlic.
Fresh garlic.
Or
10-4.
the several grocery stores have like those little tubes of
Yeah, so you
fresh
just squeeze
garlic.
it right in the
Yeah,
produce
that's
section.
better. At least go that route.
Okay, the paste. I'm moving on from that jar of yuck.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper into this,
Okay.
and I'll have you start stirring that while I
Okay.
cut some dill.
Got it. I
These
can do that.
cucumbers out of my way.
If you could eat something every day, Chef, what would it be?
This might be close to it.
All right, how's the tzatziki looking?
That looks great. I'm gonna taste it.
Oh, well, don't leave me out, Chef.
Go
Hold
for
on,
it.
let me get a spoon. Make sure you're on your game. What should this taste like before I enjoy?
Good.
Oh, that lemon. You
It
talk
really
about
does pop. Yeah.
That's
Just
like
needs a
snap,
touch
crackle,
more
and pop, my
salt,
friend.
and then try it again.
All right.
Should pop
Can't
a
double
little
dip,
bit
right?
more.
Can't do that. That's not allowed. Oh, that's so, oh, you did that.
Just a touch more.
Oh my gosh.
So taste as you go.
That's good.
And
Taste
now
as you
our
go.
rice is looking toasty. See that little bit of color on the bottom there?
Yes.
Starting to happen. So now we're in a good spot to add our liquid.
You
I'm
know what
using a bone broth.
Okay.
It just
Bone broth.
adds more protein to the dish.
Great, that makes sense. You did say it was very protein heavy.
Yeah.
We all, I think, should, you know, think about being healthy, right? Good choice.
So now we're gonna let this guy go
The cover?
Yeah, go ahead and cover him up, and
Okay.
we'll start a timer, and we'll let that go for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. Maybe it's a good time to take a break. So our rice can simmer. The tzatziki's done. When we come back, Chef Cody's gonna sear some chicken, a crisp salad, and a crunch to go with it. It's gonna be good. That's ahead on Dinner Diz. This is Dinner Diz, where today we're making a meal so good you can eat it more than once because it's perfect for meal prep, and it's from the personal rotation of Chef Cody Tiner from District South in Tampa. We're doing chicken shawarma with a little Mediterranean rice, a delicious tzatziki, and a shepherd's salad that I cannot wait to taste. But before the break, this is what we did. We added that turmeric to the rice, to the onions that we had been cooking. We let all that toast while we made that delicious tzatziki. Wow, the knife skills of Chef, man, finally chopping that English cucumber, mixing it with Greek yogurt, lemon juice, zest, little salt and pepper, fresh garlic, not from the jar that his homie Anji's been doing. Why is it better fresh versus a jar? One more time.
Everything you put garlic in tastes like garlic.
Do you see that? Jarlic. I'm gonna try to find a Jarlic t-shirt. No more Jarlic. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Okay. We finished up by adding the rice, adding bone broth and covering it while we brought it to a simmer. I know it's doing its thing. Can't wait to take a look. But right now, we're gonna get some chicken going. Should I grab that? Oh, here it is. I was gonna say chicken from the fridge. You already got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been marinating and it looks delicious. Kind of almost this dry rub, right, Chef Cody?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And if you want to add oil, like you can, but not necessary.
Isn't that cool?
That's why I like using chicken thighs, because there's a little bit of fat on here. So I'm just going into a dry, hot skillet.
Okay.
And that chicken fat is going to render and help keep everything nice and juicy without having to add extra oils.
Can I just tell you the smell? Was
Instantly,
that 5
right?
seconds? It wasn't even 5 seconds. Outstanding. I smell all the spices that you mix together. Beautiful. So aromatic.
And we're just giving everything a little bit of space so that they don't steam, they actually sear.
Okay. And how's the heat on this? Are we doing
It's
medium?
perfect. So we're going medium right now.
Okay.
I started at medium high, and once my chicken's in, I'm turning down, which we just did. And that's really just to get a good sear and then let it start cooking.
Okay. One thing that's hard for me sometimes when I'm cooking, Chef, help me, is I want to move it and check it and lift it, and you're like, leave it alone, right?
That's why you should try to do two things at once, so you're too busy to touch it.
That's why I'm coming down here with you. Okay, like a salad. Let's get busy with the salad then. Okay.
All right, so we're making the shepherd salad. Probably not super traditional with a couple ingredients here, but something that I really love and always add. So we're going in with some cucumbers, some nice chunks of tomatoes.
I have to say, like, I'm used to shepherd's pie. I've never heard of shepherd's salad.
Like
What?
the sheep shepherd.
Okay, okay. And there's no lettuce, there's no leaves. We're just lots of veggies.
Just a bunch of fresh veggies.
Always lovely,
Very
refreshing.
traditional in like Mediterranean cuisine, yeah.
Love that.
So
okay.
some onions, some cucumber, some tomato, some sweet peppers. There's not always peppers in it, but I really like them in there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use just a touch of garlic here as well.
Not garlic.
Not garlic. Bunch of parsley. And then we'll go some salt.
Salt. Great.
Pretty generous, like.
That was a good helping of salt on that.
Good little bit. You want the salt to like really season the vegetables, but it's also going to pull moisture out of the cucumber and tomatoes, kind of create its own dressing.
Yeah. Oh.
So this is
okay.
I'm going to use a little bit of lemon juice to kind of help that process along and add acid. And then I'm going to use lemon zest again.
Get zesty. Get zesty, my friend.
It makes it pop.
And a little bit of crunch. This would just be refreshing. Very bright. Very good.
You can add olive oil here. You don't need it.
Okay.
It adds a little bit more like fatty, like mouth texture. You know, it can be nice there.
Okay. Not
But if
needed.
you're really looking at calories, like you don't need it.
Don't need it. Yeah, because look at it. It's I can see the moisture being pulled out from that salt.
Yeah.
So you don't really need it. You know what? I just think just in case, my friend, you know what I'm saying?
You definitely need to try it.
Now, you wouldn't put olive oil on that? Oh, I guess
No,
you
you
really
can.
don't need
You
to.
100% can.
Yeah.
And I have, like, a ton, you know, but.
And it's funny because I would normally think to go to add a little bit, but you're changing my mind. I love that. Well, we're going to get some little tasting forks here because that looks amazing.
That's that easy.
Wow. Oh, that. Oh. Stop the madness. Wow. Here's my wow. It is so bright and fresh. It almost tastes like you put a little bit of dressing on that. That
Right.
lemon is wonderful. All those the flavors together are great. I love the parsley. It's so bright. That's awesome. That wouldn't make it through dinner. There'd be no leftovers on that. Let me take a little break. I'm smelling this great chicken. We're gonna do our meal prep. We're gonna continue after everything gets prepped. This last break, we're gonna finish the chicken. When we come back, we're gonna serve it all up and then box it all up. Okay, it's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. This is Dinner DeeAs. So my guest today is Chef Cody Tiner, and he runs District South in Tampa and is about to open another restaurant called the Black Palm in Seminole Heights, which will have plenty of parking. Love that, or so he says. So today he's sharing a recipe that he has on his own rotation at home with his fiance. What's your fiance's name?
Callie.
Callie. Hi, Callie. You guys are great. Vacation here?
Yeah, we were at Niagara Falls in that photo.
Sweet. It's a chicken shawarma, Mediterranean rice, tzatziki, and that delicious, delicious shepherd salad. Okay, so before the break, we got our marinated chicken out, cooking it in that dry pan. Trying not to touch it, speaking of me, while we made that shepherd salad. No boring bags of those wilted leaves here, no way. It was cucumbers, tomatoes, onion, sweet peppers, parsley, lemon juice, and zest. Gotta have that zest. Garlic, a little salt and pepper. Then, during the break, we flipped the chicken twice, and now let it rest. And it's time, I think, to put everything together. It looks like everything's kind of ready, Chef, right?
Yeah, now we can plate up.
Okay, yum.
So we'll put some rice down first.
That looks so gorgeous. It reminds me of the rice I grew up on, rice-a-roni.
You're not alone. And then we'll do some chicken.
Oh, that looks outstanding.
Yeah, let's do a little more. Why not?
Yum, yum.
And then we'll get our shepherd salad in here.
I love to see how you plate. It just makes it so much more enticing and interesting and
You eat
fancy
with your eyes
to make
first,
this at
you know?
home. Absolutely.
So I love a lot of veggies, so I really loaded them on there.
And where does that tzatziki go?
Honestly, wherever.
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want. So we'll put that right there.
Oh, so you can grab a little bit when you take the taste. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, look at that.
You ready to try it?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
A little extra salt, why not?
Why not? Let's do it. All right.
You first?
Okay. Oh my goodness, look at this. I hate to mess it up, my friend. Is it the rice? Is it the chicken? I know you're gonna say all of it together, but.
I don't know, it's savory, it's bright, pops.
Okay, here we go. Gorgeous, look at that. Huh. We got the head nod. What's going on, dude? Fabulous.
Now check this out, you can eat this multiple times a week.
Okay.
And you can
good.
really make this healthy.
Okay, so you got a scale. Okay, you're intimidating me a little bit, but this is interesting. Why do you grab the scale?
Well, I think that like if you're gonna do meal prep, you know, and you want to track what you're eating, you gotta weigh. You gotta weigh it.
Okay.
So we're gonna do half a cup of rice, a little bit more than half a cup.
Okay. This is really smart to do this, right? Meal prep
It lets you like really keep count of how much of everything you're having.
Okay.
So now I'm tearing that, and I'm just gonna go to ounces, and I'm gonna do 4 ounces of chicken.
And if we don't have a scale at home, do you follow the rule, like the palm of your hand is a rough idea.
Get a scale.
So, get a scale. He said get a scale. Okay, we're gonna get
like
a scale.
$10.
All right, we're getting a scale.
No, I mean that's fine. Go with what, like, if you're trying to watch what you're doing, then get a scale. If you're like, okay, I just need to prep this for lunch.
Right, which is really smart because it's so delicious and flavorful that I might add double the rice, double the chicken, double everything.
Right, and then it's like, okay, cool, I'm having 2.
And then I'm taking a nap at work. I'll be on air sleeping. You wouldn't like that. Okay.
And I don't measure the vegetables or really the tzatziki. I'm just looking at like protein and carbs there.
Yes.
And then this tzatziki's not too bad for you at all.
Right, that's made with glucose. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. We've got the rice and chicken by itself, that wonderful shepherd salad, tzatziki on the side. You are ready to go. Oh, Chef, this is so good. This is so wonderful. Chef Cody, meal prep, thank you. You can get this recipe on our website, our pleasure, dinnerdiaz.com, where we also have a link to his restaurant. Let me just tell you, Tampa Restaurant District South is a must-have brunch all day long. Yum, yum. Everybody, I'm Anji Corley. Join me again next time for more ideas for dinner, or as we call them, dinner dias. So long. Now go get to meal prepping.
I'm gonna eat more.
You should. You worked hard.